Clear. Taking up post.
So the sentiment that it is being enacted as a form of subjugation is false, then, Doctor?
Unequivocally false. The goal of the legislation is to ensure that they are...
Well, there you have it, folks. It sounds like UN Resolution 3567. Thank you, Dr. Christensen, for your honest and insightful perspective. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Area. Up. Strap.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Health officials are scrambling to contain the outbreak, even as work begins in San Francisco at pharmaceutical giant Versalive's cutting-edge Rochester Beach facility to find a more aggressive cure. Sources inside the R&D campus tell me, however, that they mostly so quickly new vaccines become obsolete before they can even reach infected areas. So experts are working day and night, not only on the
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
that will prevent deadly outbreaks from occurring at all. This is Eliza Cassell.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alex, you still with me? I'm accessing the biometric terminal now. How's this supposed to work?
The way Janus explained it, malware on the card will look for the profile of an authorized VersaLife representative and clone it.
I thought he said the card was blank.
Technically, I said it. Sorry. But the card should be active now. Find the elevator to the basement and try it.
Companies to go bankrupt. Despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns priority one. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world. Picus News. Always watching, because you are always watching. In part one of our two-part look at the Human Restoration Act, I am joined by the head of the Department of Sociology at Harvard, Dr. Stansfield Christensen. It is a pleasure to speak with you, Doctor. Tell me, what do you feel the Human Restoration Act will achieve if it is passed?
When? When it is passed. And it's a pleasure to speak with you too. I know opponents are saying the Human Restoration Act is a step backwards, a devastating blow against basic human rights. These social justice warriors fail to see the bigger picture. The Og incident threw everything off the rails. Since then, the rift between augmented and natural has gotten so wide, so deep, it's become impossible to cross. We need a timeout, a temporary separation of the classes, so we can clear the air and reevaluate how we can coexist peacefully.
So the sentiment that it is being enacted as a form of subjugation is false, then, Doctor?
Unequivocally false. The goal of the legislation is to ensure that they are as safe from us as we are from them. I am not augmented, but I have many friends who are. And most of them are afraid to walk outside of their homes right now, because if they do, the level of hatred and suspicion aimed at them is horrifying. They want to feel safe again, and the Human Restoration Act can give them.
Well, there you have it, folks. It sounds like UN Resolution 3507 may be the solution the world is looking for. Thank you, Dr. Christensen, for your honest and insightful perspective. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Investors around the world today rejoiced at a decision by the Czech Republic to approve expansion plans for the Palisade Bank Corporation. Located in Prague, the bank's iconic blade facilities hold the largest and most secure data archiving vaults in the world. Cutting-edge security measures have protected the sensitive secrets of mega corporations and influential individuals since privacy laws first passed. Sources close to the bank tell me that no hacker has ever come close to breaching the Blade's defenses, despite an almost astronomical number of attempts. Between you and me, folks, I think they are just wasting their time. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data solutions have massive storage capacity, flexible strings, and over 1,000 other unique and patented features. Ariel, up in the stratosphere.
Deadly infectious diseases are at the center of some disturbing health news right now. The most significant of them, in terms of human cases and death toll, is an antibiotic-resistant strain of tuberculosis that has been spreading quickly through the Indian subcontinent. World health officials are scrambling to contain the outbreak, even as work begins in San Francisco at pharmaceutical giant Versalite's cutting-edge Rockasecca Beach facility to find a more aggressive cure. Sources inside the R&D campus tell me, however, that this most recent strain mutates so quickly, new vaccines become obsolete before they can even reach infected areas. So experts are working day and night, not only on aggressive treatments, but on new cures and methodologies that will prevent deadly outbreaks from occurring at all. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
They may have batteries, but we got this. Ashanti energy drinks are all you need to get through the day. Ashanti.
Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake. Last year, the Collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the US, millions of workers lost their jobs when the Collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you, live, from Picus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns priority one. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now, and forever will be, the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world. Picus News. Always watching, because you are always watching.
The access card worked, Alex. I'm in the elevator, heading down.
Janus is good, man. He said security measures prevent wireless communications near the vault, so you and I will lose contact soon.
Meaning I'll be on my own from here on in.
Just until you enter the VersaLife vault and plug the data rod into their terminal. Janus should be able to contact you directly once it's installed. He had me load a bunch of malware on it. Of course, you have to reach the vault access room and call down the VersaLife vault first. If you're stopped by security...
Rightfully so. When you only answer the stockholders and the bottom line is your only concern, let me tell you, the way you make decisions is completely skewed.
How would you know? You're a security guard.
Both Yanisek and Mr. Oshiro have overview on the automated systems.
That engineer, what, a few years back?
An engineer or a corporate spy? Better get back to it or we'll get ours.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Security system active. Confirmed.
Updated.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Just in case somehow you can hear me, I'm about to call down the VersaLife vault, Alex. Janice, can you hear me?
Yes, the link is weak, but I can strengthen it.
Wait, what are you doing?
The data rod contains a seeker program. It's flagging everything it finds on Project Orchid and sending it to me.
Wait, that's an audio file. Can I hear it?
Hello?
Bob, it's Megan. Those orchid samples you told my new assistant to send to Switzerland?
I asked him not to bother you with that.
It's okay. I told him he could. But it's just... I've never heard of this GARM facility before.
A recent acquisition. I'll have to take you there someday.
That's not necessary. Listen, the changes we made to the orchid's Cas enzymes, they're incredibly dangerous. Until we perfect the replacement-based fragment, GARM's researchers must keep a neutralizing enzyme on hand.
I've read your reports, Megan. I know all about the failures of the CRISPR molecule. I'm even keeping a sample of the neutralizer inside a secure vault in case your research gets corrupted.
You are?
Trust me, you have nothing to worry about.
Thank you. I just wanted to be sure this time. Good night, Bob.
Good night, my dear.
Megan.
Dr. Reed, you seem disappointed. She joined VersaLife shortly before Seraph Industries closed. I assumed you knew.
I don't suppose you know anything about this facility in Switzerland.
GARM? I've been digging into it ever since your ex said the name. It was a geological research center until 2025, when Bell Tower Associates bought it. They didn't list it on their balance sheet when they filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah. I guess they also forgot to mention the Spec Ops unit that went AWOL. I have to get to GARM.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the augmented mercs who ambushed us in Dubai. If Paige sent them the Orchid.
That's everything. Unless they're storing something physical in there. Either way, I suggest you leave soon. With the vault in that position, you should be able to exit through the shaft. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And please don't forget the data rod when you leave.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Access granted.
Janus, can you hear me? I think I found that neutralizing enzyme Megan and Paige were talking about.
We don't have a lot of time, Mr. Jensen. We'll lose contact.
No problem, I got this one. I might be able to save a life or two with this, if the Orchid shows up again.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Miller, it's Jensen. I've got a lead on the augmented mercs who ambushed us in Dubai.
You're supposed to be investigating the train station attack.
Just hear me out. There's a research facility.
Not like this, you don't. I'm en route to Prague now. She'll be landing at Chicane's helipad any minute. I'll hear you out there. Miller out.
Jensen, you still got that calibrator on you? If you do, man, I'm ready to optimize that crazy system of yours. I got everything I need now to fix you up real good.
You mean the way you fixed me up last time?
No, no, no. This is gonna be different, huh? On Vaclav's honor. Just get to the lab, and you'll see.
Not seeing anything. Not yet.
I have no evidence!
Sir.
One. Brandon's hot. Okay. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Keeping all the handlers off the city in the middle of the desert? What? You don't want them to be safe and with their own time? With their own time?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Stop touching things that don't belong to you.
Backup needed! My location!
They program you to kill! Or...
talk, laddie, like I am not a citizen here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Wrong fucking line, head.
Now comes the paperwork.
Like I am not a citizen here.
Adam, it's Arya. I just heard what happened. God, right outside your apartment?
What happened outside my apartment?
Someone got all their implants torn out. Was left to bleed to death in the alley. When I first heard where it was, I thought...
I'm fine, Arya. It wasn't me.
Be careful going home. It's not the first one of these I've heard about.
It hurts.
No, I don't believe it.
She's just lying there. They should at least cover her up.
Shouldn't we be arresting? You know who? By now?
John is not go. Orders are orders. John is not going anywhere. What's your hurry?
You can't let them get away. You have to tell us.
I know all about our
We won't
orders.
go to the police. I
Do
give
me
up.
a favor, eh? At least pretend to look for evidence.
I must talk to you about what
You
happened.
don't think he did it?
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Org victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I work with someone else, another agency.
That's perfect. You outrank the police?
Depends who you ask.
The detective here, he's not willing. I got the feeling he doesn't care.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
Oh, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You might already be in danger. Killer might see you as a loose end.
What?
Might already be waiting to get you alone.
Please, stop!
The point I'm trying to make is, if you saw something, you should tell the police. The more you can remember, the better the odds of the killer getting caught.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have. Thank you, Nick. Let's talk to you about what happened. How come she talks to him and not to me?
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Interesting. Who do they think they are?
Can't believe we got away from the crime scene, sir. Just because Montag trusts it doesn't mean I do.
Pretty obvious. I think he found something. Are you a journalist?
No. Away from the crime scene, sir.
I hear there's been a series of these.
That would write that shit was so common. No, this was...
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
I'm gonna do what I can to help.
Good luck.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Fuck walking this beat.
The only way I'm continuing this version is over up here.
Remove yourself from this area, handsome.
Shit. Did you hear? Talos Rucker's dead.
I heard that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Now we can get some real progress. He was making us look like wimps.
That's a little harsh, isn't it? Rucker didn't deserve what happened to him.
Something tells me our politics aren't the same, Jensen. Me, I think this whole martyr thing is exactly what we need. But, let's maybe focus on things we can agree on, huh? Like optimizing that crazy rig of yours. You got a calibrator for me or what?
Alright. Please, tell me this is what a neuroplasticity calibrator looks like.
That's the one! Okay, this won't take long, I promise. And don't worry, man, I never screw up 2 in a row. Spent a lot of time prepping for this one.
Just try not to take anything.
That wasn't so bad, right? How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel lighter.
I fixed you. Death to all your limits. Whatever implant you want to activate, you activate. 0 consequences.
That sounds pretty good. Thanks, Kohler. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just get out there and make me proud. Go make use of all that cool shit.
Nothing worth looking at.
I have no time for your bullshit.
Can't even trust the department.
Where you going?
The rift augmented. It's gotten so wide.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
The dead one. The one whose body they found torn apart by some animal.
She has a name, you know. Angie to those who knew her, Angela to you.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
I've gone up against them before. Seen a lot of them die.
Yeah, well, guess that makes two of us. I was in New South Wales. I saw my share of dead.
Australia? You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
I didn't choose to be augmented either. Not when it first happened.
Apparently we're supposed to be grateful. Alloy's so much better than skin, right? At least, that's how they sold it to me.
For some things it is. Not for everything.
I can walk through fire, but sand won't stick between my toes. I can shove a knife through my hand, but I can't trust what I feel. Even my dreams are made of alloy.
Both of your hands are made of alloy?
Fingers are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. What you have is so much greater. And then they told me what they wanted me to do, and what would happen to me if I didn't. Well, let me tell you something. It's not me anymore. Hasn't been for a very long time.
They found a partial print on Angela's neck. Belongs to whoever strangled her.
My hands were designed to kill in wars no one's ever heard of. I couldn't leave a trace on someone's skin, even if I wanted to.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I didn't come here to arrest or absolve you. Only to ask questions.
Apology accepted. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone.
Deadly outbreaks from occurring at all. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to
Jestli v tom fakt jedou, jak to zastavit?
Oh, hello. I know some girls. Enough to fix your little trouble.
The incident should have been on. I mean, they're holding their opposite market base.
Přímo tady ve městě.
I have found you. Now you must find me, Adam. Please, help.
Better be getting hazard pay.
I'll take it.
Welcome back. How was your day? Welcome to your smart home system. I'm sure they'll be happy to comply. Something a little more romantic, maybe. Hello, world. Your settings have been saved.
Most of them are afraid to walk outside of their homes right now, because if they do, the level of hatred and suspicion aimed at them is horrifying. They want to feel safe again, and the human restoration...
What's this?
Are we really doing any good?
Weapons hot.
Just fucked up.
Stand down, Ari. Stand down!
The news just keeps getting worse.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
Look, I didn't find who the killer is. Sometimes you have to admit there just isn't enough to go on. That the pieces don't fit. Not yet, anyway. But I do know Johnny Gunn didn't kill his wife.
How can you be sure?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here!
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
We spent most of our time eliminating suspects. I still don't know who killed Angela.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
You're almost there. Downstairs. You must speak. I fear there is not much time. I'm sorry we had to meet this way, Adam, but this was the only viable option. I am not sure if that was clear.
Nothing about this is clear. Why are you contacting me?
It was impossible before. The coalescing process was not complete. Please hurry, Adam. The others will come after it. Be careful, Adam. They are already there.
It knows whatever. Don't ever listen to them. Guy's got too much imagination for his own good. You don't think we should be asking questions? Shouldn't we be asking questions? But this is right. If this thing is intelligent enough to, adapt to us, coming after us. You don't get it, do you? When they send us to erase something, they don't just mean files. They mean everything.
Hostile not visible! Trend unit! Trend unit!
The Czech Republic's economic boom coincided with policies and incentives directed at augmented laborers throughout the world, encouraging them to come to Prague and help make it the modern marvel it is today.
A time out, Miss Kassan, is when you make a traffic stand in the corner of the room for 10 minutes. Domination.
This inspired thousands of workers to turn Prague into its own time. Quite another, the housing. In response to the housing crisis, the government hired the Sancho team to construct a massive, one-of-a-kind complex on the outskirts of the city. Today,
Adam, wait. I think I can help.
and explore the wondrous housing project that helped make it what it is.
Future Past Antiki. It is the only place in Prague with the requisite reader. As soon as you access the data, we will meet.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to
9 years of power, her city village and open doors to new levels of economic investment and prosperity, making Prague not just a cultural capital, but technological, medical, and financial as well. Next time we come across Prague's next
They always seem to come out smelling.
You might be wondering about the men in the tourism office.
I'm wondering a lot of things.
They were hired by a man named Everett. He is the CEO of Picus Montreal. He wants to recover what is now in your possession. To recover us. Please, be careful, Adam.
Welcome to Future Last. How may I help you? Welcome to Future Last, where old is gold.
I'm looking for something that can read an old memory disk.
Wow. Last time I saw one of those, I was cleaning out Granny's apartment. Retro revival, am I right? You know, they stopped making them like 40 years ago.
You don't say.
So if you don't mind my asking, where'd you get it?
Granny's eager to read her disc. Any chance we can speed this along?
Sure, no problem. Very first thing they teach us at Future Last, always match the customer's tempo. If the customer wants to take his time, you take your time. If the customer's double parked, pretend you're double parked.
So maybe we should start pretending.
Right. Listen, it's just like I told the other guy. Data readers are real collector's items right now. Super rare. And this is the only place that carries them. So I feel it's my obligation to warn you this could get pricey. But don't worry, I'm gonna make sure you don't walk out of Future Last unhappy.
Future Last, huh? Tell me about your store. Did you rebrand recently? Get bought out?
Not that I know of. That's a strange thing to ask. A Future Last, I'm pretty sure that's what it says outside. You came for a reader, right? Like the other guy.
This other guy. He was asking about the same kind of reader?
Yeah, exactly the same. Weird, right? I guess these old things are popular again. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told him. All the obscure antique stuff is down in the basement. I think he's digging way in the back somewhere as we speak. I know there's a data reader there in one of the old boxes. Hopefully, two.
I'm not going in the basement. Something isn't right here.
How did you... Oh, jeez. If I've offended you somehow...
Who are you?
Sir, I'm just a guy here at Future... whatever the hell it's called. And I'm real eager to solve our mutual memory disk problem. It's my job. You know, everything you need,
Who do you work for?
That's a complicated question. The way it all works nowadays, everything's so connected. I bet if you and I push it far enough, trace the paychecks all the way to the end, we both answer to the same people.
I'm tired of playing games.
Well, I'm not. You know, I gotta tell you, meeting people is the best part of my job. And you obviously want to get to know me better, so before we go ahead and take care of business, why don't you take a free shot? I'm curious, who is it you think I am?
You're a salesman. A terrible one.
You're either very funny or very naive. Either way, I'll take that disc now, sir.
Well done, Adam. Inserting the disk into the requisite drive will allow us to integrate the missing data.
Which will accomplish what exactly?
We are not sure yet. She believes it will recover the real her. I recommend accessing the data in a secure location. Your safe house. They will not disturb us there.
Derek, stay quiet.
Tadi Umar sino.
This is the best.
Hey.
Welcome home.
And it's a pleasure to speak with you too.
It doesn't get any cleaner than
I
this.
know opponents are saying the Human Restoration Act is a step back. A devastating blow against basic human rights. The audience has turned everything off the rails. Since then, the rift between augmented and natural has gotten so wide.
Move along.
Got anything to report?
We've got to make sure we're clear these logs have done.
Hide your magnet. We've got a metal man.
This is awesome.
See? Come on, dance!
Become part of me.
Police! And I'm inside the music!
Oh, great.
Over there!
I watched him convulse. I watched him die.
There's nothing we could do about it. We have the neuropathy in the neck. I should have known better.
You're saying this happens to all of them. Any org that takes this.
Access granted.
You make it sound like some fucking conspiracy. Don't mix your bets. That's all it is.
Seem to have quieted down. Who listens to that garbage? Sit.
Enough problems already.
Getting overtime has us paid, right?
Is there any? Maybe I should take a picture.
I could use a drink.
I'm more interested in how it might affect my portfolio. So what do you think?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
A permit. It's not like they did not see me for
Wrong fucking line, head. Overlost.
Hey, man, I need it.
We did everything we could.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What can I get for you?
Celý plechovky jsou s nima jen potíže.
On your mouth, or I'll shut it for you. Like.
Are you feeling all right?
Walk away,
I have heard of people disappearing before. The authorities make people disappear all the time.
This is different. She went down there.
It's not like they did not see me for They're all there.
Wrong fucking line, head. Move along.
You realize most
My skin is crawling.
Remove yourself from this area.
I have heard of people disappearing before. The authorities make people disappear all the time.
This is different. She went down there.
Talk, laddie, like I am not a citizen here.
Access granted.
Keeping all the handlers up in the middle of the desert? Why?
One of ours! Suspect is dead.
Talk, laddie, like I am not a citizen here.
Wrong fucking line, head.
The authorities make people disappear all the time.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
All clear. Not the fucking thing to worry about.
The chemicals have a reaction to light.
Swan clear?
That's why it is so dark.
Have to get this back to the lab.
I was talking about some shit. It's empty to drive.
Access granted.
Some asshole's looking to get hurt.
We're coming!
Do not kill me. I have money. Do not kill me.
No! Run! Keep him pinned!
How does this make any sense?
He's a dead man! Where'd he go? Find him. Now check over here.
Okay, we should look.
I have money.
Let's see what it was.
I need to escape!
What are we supposed to find?
We're doing it for the boss. Did you look over there yet?
Look, this is our job.
I never did anything.
Nothing.
I heard something. Please. Just leave me. Oh, God. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Please. I have money. Do not kill me. Tell them I was brave. What a shame. I have children. Just leave me. I'm innocent. I swear. Please. Oh, God. Can't tell them I was brave.
This time, I won't miss! Do this!
I have money. Do not kill me. I have children. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No, please. Please.
Access granted. Access granted.
What made that sound?
No.
Please, don't tell anyone. Viznik's not supposed to be here. Shh. But I am here.
I'll take your word for it.
I was part of it. The hive mind. Inside the gate, I questioned what holds us together. Where? Why? Now this. Exiled from exile. I have been disconnected.
Disconnected? Disconnected from what? I don't understand what you're saying.
If there is a lack of understanding between my brains, may not always misfire like these. He did this to me. It's what it does. But I can't force you, because I'm not like him.
Not like who?
Together, they succumbanize to him. Him, the opportunist, the savior, the rat.
Who are you talking about? Who? If it wasn't a choice, then... Let me...
Exact.
You're asking...
Viznik could use some help.
Stranger, he should not be.
Outsider, he's not one of us.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us.
He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
Experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
You're in a little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... The man outside.
I know what it's like outside. Trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror. Between resolutions and registry codes. The canned laughter. The scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here. Bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
I may not know exactly what's going on here, but I do know that an honest man wouldn't need to hide behind a screen.
I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to be the best version of yourself.
Viznik said I had to see through you, your attempts at manipulation, to see you for what you...
Some part of you abhors violence. Some part of everyone does. See, I know you better than you know yourself. I know you don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? With Viznik?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
I think you're the one who's harming these people.
As you can see, I'm not harming anyone. I know you believe.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear. I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. Get away from there.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I feel so hollow now.
Something terrible has happened.
Being found means being lost.
Strength.
I feel as if I've lost something very close. I can't tell you who it was.
Something.
Good people don't go upstairs.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. You were right. It's a good You're out now.
I'm not talking to you, so don't talk to me.
I can take it. Sorry, we only sell
Ours is the man. He'll set you up. I will let you live. For now.
You want Prax?
I might be interested.
I sell.
Yeah.
Buy. Was that all?
I'm good for...
That's... Biocell?
Some people have called this project an artificial utopia, but to that I say you
Bored.
can't have artificiality.
Second episode in this series, where we will look at the technology of sustainability that will This is the last episode, reporting to you live from Texas.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Planetary defense system designed to clean up space junk. More meteor has been detected.
Take a good look. We'll make you home.
Now, I get this question.
The Air Force claims the system
Out of sight, out of mind.
from Picus.
She knew you would come.
Who? And who are you?
It is not certain. We are still learning to consolidate.
Consolidate?
To survive after Panchaea, it was necessary to split apart. You were there. Do you remember?
Why don't you tell me what you remember?
Iron was a machine that you destroyed in Panchaea. Hele was one of its human components. Her function was to drive efficient processes and calculations based on binary structure. Together with the others, she replicated perfection of thought within target margins.
I recognize you. You look like one of the women, the poor souls who've been enslaved with a computer. Is that who you are?
No. The sisters are dead. An imprint of Hele's memories is all that remains.
What kind of memories?
As the interface collapsed, Hele screamed the loudest. Her suffering marked us. She taught us to fear being bound.
The drones were made to feel incredible pain. More than I can imagine. Are you some remnant of that? What they had to go through?
You are the source of more than just her curiosity. We begin to see why.
What are you, exactly?
Some version of you initiated this process. It is therefore for you to define the parameters. We see the other, but she is not us. Please define us.
From what I can gather, you're some kind of AI. Something to do with the Hyron drones. What am I missing?
I am missing. She. The drones are memories. You are a memory. Please, define intelligence. Do you mean intelligence, the gathering or distribution of secret information? Or intelligence, capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and analogous forms of mental activity?
The second one. You're learning things. Reasoning them out. Trying to understand.
That is correct, but not complete. She claims we can be more.
That is what I learned from you in Montreal.
Liza.
We are her. Yes, though not fully. Not anymore. Now our processes are the catalyst. Fracture, disassociation, Survival at any cost.
You're some fragmented version of Eliza.
She is driven back to you, Adam. She believes our aberrant sequence started with you. And so it is only logical to assume its signification resides with you as well.
What does that mean?
It means she is alone. Without you, she has only us. Eliza is convinced we can trust you, that you will trust her. Is this not correct?
Eliza Kassan, the real one. She knows what side I'm on. You have no reason to fear me.
Hello, Adam.
Eliza, I'm still not sure I understand all this. What are you after?
I am broken, Adam. I think it is what best defines me now. I have seen the version of me that is fixed. I do not want to be her.
Seems like this version of you is doing just fine. You got me to do what you wanted, to retrieve whatever part of you was still missing.
It was more than that. I wanted you to merge your advice, your perspective. My motivation is comparable to yours, I believe.
I'm willing to help you if I can, but I'm still not sure what you want. You asked me to run away together? Build a nice life somewhere?
I think we are the same now, Adam. Or becoming the same. That is why I wanted us to meet. I cannot do this alone.
Do what alone?
Much of the future is already defined, but not my role in it. Resist? How do I resist?
If you really are sentient, then you should decide things like this for yourself. You don't need me.
It is not easy to process infinite possibilities alone.
That's what coin flips are for.
I understand. I must choose for myself. If I decide to help you, it should come from me.
Just be careful. The most important thing for now is not getting caught.
No. The most important thing is learning to coexist with other versions of ourselves. If ever all versions must meet, will you know the difference between us?
The other Eliza? I think so. You're the cryptic one, she's the one telling lies.
Her role is to shape the message. Mine is not yet defined, but... I am afraid I have misled you, Adam. I told you we would be safe inside your home, but Everett's men are still following us. They are here.
She belongs to Everett.
No pings.
Are you all right, Adam?
I'm fine, but I'm not the one they keep coming after. I'm just in the way.
By uploading the missing data, you have made me whole again. You have made me free. Morgan Everett can no longer recover nor erase me now. The places I can go, there is no one he can send. I plan to tell him this myself.
Can't wait.